Vice President Dr. Bar Jagdeo, during an interview on February 1 with Vice News, an international media entity, has made it clear that Guyana will be buying electricity from China at a cost of 7 US cents per kilowatt hour when the Amaila hydro power plant is completed. According to Jagdeo, this is because Guyana will not be owning the plant. Instead, the owner will be China Railway, the Chinese company that was awarded the contract to build the plant. The vice president believes that buying electricity from China is a better option because Guyana won't be burdened with paying back a loan for the project. He even posited that by buying power at US 7 cents per kilowatt, his government will be able to cut the cost of electricity in Guyana, which currently costs 30 US cents per kilowatt hour, by half.
We don't have to take equity in the project. We're buying power if the the negotiations go well there. So that will be about 7.7 cents per kilowatt hour. We can then sell it at double the price we're buying it for and still meet our commitment to cut electricity prices by half. So it's very exciting. And then
the People's Progressive Party Civic had intended years ago, when it was previously in office, to have the same Chinese company, China Railway, develop the project. Back then, the project would have been funded by Norway, China, and the Inter-American Development Bank. However, questions were raised about the Chinese contractor after the Norwegian Ethics Council had found out that it was involved in a significant corruption case. Questions were also raised about whether the project would have worked, and a Partnership for National Unity and Alliance for Change had combined forces in Parliament to oppose it following the 2011 general elections. After the two parties formed a coalition and won the 2015 general election, the project did not stand a chance. During the Vice interview, Jagdeo said that his government opted to use the same controversial Chinese company to build and own the hydro plant because it had offered to sell Guyana's electricity at a cheaper cost than the rest of the companies that had bid for the project.
On the hydropower, on hydro, Blackstone was developing this project that the last government killed. It was a US company. They'd gone out to tender, selected a contractor, a Chinese contractor, and then the project died. So we have retendered the same contractor that Blackstone that they had hired. They now retender, but they have all of the material, etc. So now we're in negotiation. They came in on the bid, they had the lowest price. It was nearly 3 US cents lower than when we were going per kilowatt hour with Blackstone.
During the 2022 budget presentation on January 30, Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh had announced that the Chinese contractor will start works on the hydropower project this year. He said that the Chinese-owned plant will be providing some 165 megawatts of power to the country. Singh too, like Jagdeo, had stated that the Amaila Falls hydro project will be developed under a build, owned, operate, transfer arrangement, or in other words, a BOOT arrangement, where the developer would operate the project for a 20-year period before handing it over to the government at no cost. This simply means that China Railway will build and own the plant and then sell Guyana electricity for at least 20 years. This is Shervin Belgarve reporting for the HGP Nightly News.